Well, with me now is Sara, who is president of the SWi9 Team WI branch, and Mairead, who is president of the Dalston Darlings WI branch. Thank you both very much indeed for coming in. And I should say, first of all, that you've obviously brought some of your handiwork with you. Sara, just tell us what you brought here. Perhaps you'd like to...
What I brought with me is our jersey, cycling jersey bunting that we made for an event that we're taking part in, which is Prudential Ride London. And yesterday we hosted a tea for Laura Trott in Women in Sport Week to support the event, because we're using it as a charity fundraiser in August, and this was to actually raise our awareness as a 5-year-old branch.
And your members are doing the knitting rather than the cycling?
No, I have a cycling team, and they're learning about nutrition. They've had a trip up the Shard to a spin session. They're going to the velodrome, and we're very, very proud of them because they're doing the full 100 miles. So it's a new sporty side to our WI.
Excellent, yes, quite a challenge. And Mairead, I know that you've also had a special project underway to mark the Centenary. Tell us about that.
Yes, Liberty Store got in touch with us. They're also celebrating a big birthday of 140 years. And they allowed us to use some of their archive material to make a rather large quilt, which is on the is displaying on the Liberty Store window until Monday. So if anyone's passing by, please have a look.
And your branch is in Dalston, it's East London. People tend to think of the WI as being an institution which is perhaps at its strongest in the market towns, in the villages, in rural areas.
Yeah, about 5 years ago I think there's been a new resurgence of WIs and urban WIs. Like within Hackney there's 5 WIs within a 3-mile radius of each other. So I think it's more for us, it's a community, it's getting together, getting to know more people in the area that you live in.
And Sara, it's an institution that's 100 years old. We saw the Queen there. How much has it really changed?
Well, I think the fact that we are sitting here today as presidents of WIs tells us that it's changed, because my mother and my grandmother would have had heart failure rather than join the WI, because they didn't come from villages, they were educated women and didn't see anything for them. But, you know, my members are actually, a lot of them are very sophisticated, highly educated people. A lot of them work. We have massive age profile from the early 20s right through to 90. My oldest member was a treasurer on the Isle of Man for 15 years, you know, and she fits the more traditional mould, but you know, we have some very high-powered CFOs and goodness knows what who are members, and we are all looking to create a local community, friendship and support groups, and that's what we offer. Absolutely. As well as people to go to book clubs, to art galleries, to theatres, but we also support each other through problems.
A lot of women these days lead very pressurised lives. They're juggling careers, children, perhaps elderly parents to look after as well. Do they have time to get involved in an organisation like this, Mairead?
Absolutely. We're a younger WI. Everybody's working full time, and London, you know, they've got lots of activities. But people enjoy it. They get so much out of it because they come knowing nobody else in the group, and they leave with many, many friends. And it's just a much more local, community based, so that if you are just popping out to pick up some vegetables, you can meet somebody for a coffee instead of having to go across town and meet friends like a lot of times you do in London. And
in a big city, perhaps those sorts of friendship networks are more difficult to forge.
Absolutely. That's what a lot of our members keep feeding back to us, that it's really important to have a vital community-based organisation.
Sara, what would you say that members in an area like yours get out of the WI? Many people will still think, well, you know, I don't make jam, I don't knit, it's not for me.
Absolutely. Well, we run a lot of very, very interesting groups, from book clubs. We have bridge that we've done lessons, and some of us have gone off to join clubs there. We do all sorts of things, but we also provide a social forum. Next weekend we've got a cocktail evening. Valentine's Day, you know, at least a third of our members are single. We had what we called Valentine Capers, and we had all sorts of fun food, lovely drinks, and people just have a real laugh. It's on a Friday evening, which makes it mainstream social activity. That's the point.
And you still make cakes?
We still make cakes sometimes. Yes, we do. We do for our fundraisers.
We do for our fundraiser. Yes. We're doing a fundraiser at Field Day Festival Saturday, Sunday, so we're going to have a tea and cake tent at that, raising money for our charity. So yeah. But we have a lot of inspirational speakers, and I think it's point of discussion for the speakers that we bring into to Dalston Darlings, that it inspires women, and that's what we're really about.
Mairead, Sarah, thank you both very much indeed for coming in to us to talk about the centenary of the WI.